New York is a dreamland, and New York City is one of the most diverse places in Earth. But if you want to see the real diversity, then you must visit Queens, the biggest borough in New York City. Approximately 138 languages spoken throughout the borough. So you can understand how diverse Queens is basically. In this video, we will explore a very confusing part of Queens, a neighborhood that shares the border with Long Island. I am recording this video on August 3rd, 2022, and right now it's 7 p.m. New York time, and outside temperature is 85°F. And the neighborhood I am right now, it's called Bellerose Manor. So Bellerose Manor is a middle class neighborhood on the eastern edge of New York City borough of Queens, along the border of Queens and Nassau County, Long Island. The neighborhood consists predominantly of detached houses with mostly Indian American, European American, and working middle class population. It's a very safe neighborhood, and the school zone in this neighborhood is pretty good. Right now, I am at the corner of 85th Avenue and Commonwealth Boulevard. Via Commonwealth Boulevard, I am heading toward Bellerose Village. So, Bellerose Village is a part of Long Island. The reason I told this is a confusing part of Queens and Long Island, you will see throughout the video. So I will say that do not skip any part of this video, and if you just join, then kindly hit that like button for me. And if you are new to my channel and want to see more video like that from New York City, kindly hit the subscribe button for me. So without further ado, let's begin our journey. I will definitely put a Google Map link in my video description box so you can easily find my particular route for this video, and I think that would be very helpful for you guys to figure out the neighborhood even more. So there are three Bellerose. One is Bellerose Manor, Bellerose Village, and Bellerose Terrace. So Bellerose Village, which am I going right now, and Bellerose Terrace is a part of Long Island. But the neighborhood I am right now, Bellerose Manor, this is a part of Queens. I know it's a bit confusing, but it's even get more confusing because right now I am in New York City, but once I cross this traffic light, that would be Long Island. I mean the Bellerose Village. So let me talk about a bit history of Bellerose Village and how it's get founded. So the village was founded by Helen Marsh in 1907, planning to build a model community. Marsh purchased 77 acres of Floral Park, Gladiola Field. The first Bellerose home was complete under Marsh supervision in 1910. Marsh pursued the Long Island Railroad to place a station in the new village, and she named the station Bellerose. We'll see that station at the end of this street. I'm heading toward that direction, but though it has been suggested that she named the station for the Rose Farm that was south of the railroad and her daughter Belle. So this is basically how the name got Bellerose, and a vote of homeowners made the name official in 1917. The map you are seeing right now, this is basically the total length of Bellerose Village. It's a very calm and quiet neighborhood in Long Island. I just love this neighborhood. It's very peaceful and very neat and clean. Houses are very, very big, and overall you see how things are getting changed in just a matter of a street here in New York City. And this is Long Island Railroad station. This is the station that's called Bellerose, and there even a fire station near this Long Island Railroad that is pretty historic for this area as well. So we will explore 3 neighborhoods in this video that would be consist of Bellerose Manor, Bellerose Village and Floral Park. So basically it's a combined video of Queens, New York City and Long Island. So you will see how things are getting changed and different between Long Island and New York City. So now the fun part of this video will be begin, because now I am approaching towards basically Floral Park, but we are still in Bellerose Village. But once we approach toward Floral Park, you will see why I said this video is a confusing part of New York City and Long Island. But overall about Bellerose Village, you can see it's a pretty nice and decent neighborhood of Long Island, because I know there are some other neighborhood in Long Island that is even more calm and quiet and more organized than Bellerose Village. But Bellerose Village is very unique to me because it's close to New York City, and from here using Long Island Railroad you can go to Manhattan for like in a 40 minutes or so. So it's not far to connect with city from here. So that's the reason I think Bellerose Village is pretty unique, and you can also get a natural vibes here in this area. So the street I am driving right now, the houses are pretty nice, and you can see the prices of the houses in this particular area. So it's not that cheap, and yeah, and you have to pay a good amount of property tax for this area because it's Long Island. The property tax is a bit higher, but the more money you will pay, the more service you will get in New York. And it's not only New York, I think it's in all over to the world. The more money, the more service. This is how things are working. Now I am merging into Jericho Turnpike. So Jericho Turnpike became Jamaica Avenue in 225th Street. But the fun fact about Jericho Turnpike, right now I am driving in New York side. So this side of the streets belongs to New York City, and the other side of the street belongs to Long Island. And the way you can say that you are in New York side by look at the parking meter, because New York City use a different parking system than Long Island. So that's the easiest way you can see, or you can say that it's New York or it's Long Island. It's a pretty funny part of this border. Now I am again merging into Bellerose Manor. So it's New York City, Queens, but I am on my way to Floral Park. So there is two Floral Park according to Google, one that belongs to Queens and another that belongs to Long Island. And this is the main confusing part, because the neighborhood I am going right now, Floral Park, it shares the border between Queens and Long Island, and some of the houses share their backyard. Maybe their backyard is in Long Island but other part of the house in New York City. You will see what I mean. So in that sense they had to pay two property tax, one for New York City and one for Long Island. This is pretty hilarious, and most of the houses in Floral Park, especially near the border, had two address. The easy way to say that you are in New York City, when you see the street signs are consistent of number, that means you are in New York City. But if it consists of some name or some written word, that means you are mostly in Long Island. I know sometimes it's confusing, but people who lived in this neighborhood, they're used to it that. Since we are on our way to Floral Park, let's talk about some history of Floral Park. So, in 1874, John Louis Childs arrived in the area to work for C.L. Allen as a seed seller. After building his own seed and bulb business and starting America's first seed catalog business, Childs bought a great deal of land in the area. To promote his business and the local horticulture industry, Childs named the local street after flowers and renamed the area Floral Park. That's why in Floral Park most of the street names consist of flower, which is pretty cool. I don't know how many of you know about this fact. This is the fact that most of the streets name in Floral Park consist of flower. I am now approaching towards the border of Bellerose Manor and Floral Park, and now I will explain why I call this part of city bit confusing. Because as you can see, the red line, that's the border between these two area. Now let's say you bought a house that share this border line, maybe half of your house in New York City and half of your house in Long Island. Then you had to pay half New York City tax and half Long Island City tax, and you had to share two address. I mean, your house will have two address. For example, let's see this map, and you can see most of the house had two addresses near the border. And if we look at this circle, you see that this house consists of two address. 26107 is Queen's address, and 189 Bryant Avenue is Long Island address, even though most of the house is a part of Queens, I mean in a Queens side. Now you can ask me then how they got their mail. So for getting a mail, they can use either address, it would be work just fine, but I found it very weird and very confusing. I think people who does live near the border, they are used to it, this issue. And overall, this is a pretty good neighborhood of Long Island. So throughout the video we seen three neighborhood, one from Queens, New York City, and two from Long Island. So we are in Bellerose Manor again. So this is also a part of Bellerose Manor, because I will show you the map for the Bellerose Manor. You can see it right now. So it's a pretty big neighborhood, but now I'm approaching toward Hillside Avenue. We will merge into Hillside Avenue, and this part of Hillside Avenue you will see tons of Indian cuisine, Indian business place, because as I said, this area has dominantly some Indian Americans, and that's the reason you will see tons of Indian business places. At the corner of 255 Street and Hillside Avenue, you will find tons of halal food court. As you can see right now, they are quite popular in this area, and of course across the street you will see few more. They all are very popular in this area. So if anyone watching from this neighborhood, you can say it even better that how popular they are. So that was pretty much it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, then kindly hit that like button for me, and if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribe to my channel for regular updates and video like that from New York City. Till then, stay safe, stay positive, and as usual try to spread some positive vibes amongst people, and you will see it will change you and change the society. So once again, thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you somewhere else. Bye bye.